Good morning, it's Mitch Daggerman here with TeamODZ, about ready to start Wednesday's coffee ride here in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So today we're going to be doing, I believe, the Volcano Flat course in reverse. We'll do that 3 times. 2 laps will keep a modest, easy pace of watts per kilogram. And then on the 3rd lap, we will kick it up. It's our Espresso Lap. That's a race lap. We'll have all riders behind me at the start for a clean start. And then we'll have a race for 1 lap, and we will publish those results. So nice social ride, conversation texting. Then we I'll throw it down if we feel like it, and see who's champion for. So let me get warmed up here in the next 2 minutes. Let me get on the Discord. We'll be on our way. Like we've got Yerky Pakala back with us today. We've got Mr. Baldy with us. Got some names. We got Rob Elwood. We've got Jays. I don't see Booker yet. I expect it here any second. Be a mainstay. Hey, good morning, Discord.
Good morning, Mitch.
All right, so we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds here till the start. How's everybody's legs this morning?
Time will tell, Mitch. Time will tell.
Hey, good morning.
I hate this mobile app when it. So 17 seconds here till we roll. You guys know the drill. All right, guys, so we're off to the start here on today's coffee ride. A little bit smaller group. Could be because I didn't market the ride, but could be it's August. Big month for vacations. At least here in the US, and I suspect in Europe as well. The kids are going back to school soon. Just took my daughter up to school yesterday, dropped her off, got her apartment set up, so things getting back to normal. Hey Jane, good morning. Thank you so much for those kind words. It'd be amazing if I actually got enough sleep, how much better I could probably do. Who else we have on Discord? I know we got Rob.
Hey, Eric's here.
Hey, Eric.
Good morning.
Booker's on.
Hey, Booker.
Good morning.
So I got outdoors over the weekend. They actually put the fitness to test on a real road. They have 40-minute criterium up here, local 1.5 mile loop. No crash. There was 2 crashes in the race, and I was amazingly like right next to both of them, and didn't take me down, which was good. What's great about doing this stuff outdoors is you actually, I guess you can figure it out indoors too, but you really figure out where your weaknesses are pretty quick. Anybody do any racing recently?
Not doing any racing, but working up with some long rides. I did 50 last weekend. Hope to do 50 miles again this weekend. And then September 10th is the New Jersey Grand Fondo.
Cool.
I'm riding with a coworker, 75 miles. And then the weekend after that will be a 125-mile ride with
wow.
New Jersey Randonniers.
That's pretty cool. I've got a 35-mile gravel grinder race coming up. First one of those I'll do.
Oh, nice.
Got 6.5 weeks. We'll do another push. Oh, go ahead.
You got a bike just for that?
So my road bike is a 7 Red Sky, so it's built to have a little bit longer wheelbase. So I can put wider wheels on it. So it's sort of a road bike that can go through gravel if you want it to.
Oh, nice.
But that means I need to buy some new tires, I think. The sport never ceases to quit being expensive.
That's for sure. I just overhauled my drivetrain, so I'm hurting a little.
Hey Johnny, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate coming out here. Yeah, so Johnny Noblet was saying he checked out gravel bikes the other day because there's lots of roads around where he lives, and that's really the reason I got the bike was, you know, I don't think the main roads are too safe anymore. Where I live in Michigan, Oakland County, once you get just a little north of me, pretty much turns to dirt and gravel roads pretty quick. So you can ride for miles and still not 100% safe, but you see so many fewer cars, and if you add some lights on your bike, ride with some visible clothes. Pretty safe. I'd hate to have to use my life insurance policy. So we got a lot of our usual names, like I said, to start. A little bit smaller today. I think we're up to 40-ish riders now with a few late starts. So we'll keep up this pace here. 2.2 watts per kilogram, thereabouts. And then when we hit the third lap, everyone will be behind me for the start. We'll have a race lap. I don't know yet if I'm going to call the race or if I'm just going to ride and have some fun. We'll see. I was supposed to do a VO2 max workout yesterday, and between work, still recovering from Sunday with the race, and then moving my daughter back to school, I was just too damn tired. And I thought about doing both of them this morning, so doing the coffee ride, then the VO2 max, but that just doesn't sound like a good idea either. Yeah, Johnny, people here are just, they just drive stupid. Between the texters, between the commercial vehicles. We've had like real prominent fatalities here in the last couple years. One of the dames of USA Women's Triathlon within Ann Arbor, Michigan. And she was killed in a head-on collision with a car. And she wasn't doing anything wrong. I mean, she was riding where she was supposed to. Had another prominent triathlete a few years ago, female, hit by a truck, and she lived, but I don't know if she's coming back to the sport or not. So just not really worth it to ride on the roads. Not when you have Zwift, and not when you have rail trails or dirt and gravel like we do here. But I do love seeing all the ODZ jerseys this morning. Always makes it more fun. But love seeing new names too. See, we got OK45 with us. We got Pauper Plate. You can see GUTS, I've seen sometimes, which is nice to see again. Yeah, Johnny, I agree. So I have conversations with my own family. So I got a daughter learning to drive, and you know, they bristle at the fact that cyclists are on the road, and I'm always telling them, you know, one, your dad's a cyclist. I ride on the road. And two, that's where they belong, because they don't belong on the sidewalk because they're a danger for runners and kids, you know, people walking their dog. So we belong on the road, but we got to do it responsibly, which is true. But drivers got to give us the space. 3 feet's a nice start, but you know, so many people don't give you the room on the road. I'm teaching my kids that you slow down, wait till the traffic is clear in the other lane. You give that cyclist the whole lane as much as you can. And we see we've got Yerky Pacala right now doing a yeoman's job as sweeper again. Always nice to have Yerky back with us. So who is Rock Doctor? Not sure that they're muted on here, but all right, so everyone who does the coffee ride and is on Discord or watching on Facebook knows that I've got a real passion for college football. So Saturday's I think it already started over the last weekend, but this Saturday is really the start of college football here in the U.S. Everyone knows who I cheer for. Yeah, Johnny, I think that's a hell of an idea in Scotland to give them the whole lane. Problem we have in the United States is the cops don't even really get the law. We just have issues in this country. I think people are too selfish, too focused on their own wants and desires, and don't give a shit about other people around them a lot of the time, which is sad. Actually feels good to be back on the bike after a couple of days off.
Hot.
So
Yeah, I've been over to Holland and Germany and Belgium to a friend's wedding anniversary. It was a great week, but no exercise at all. A lot of eating and drinking.
That's always good, though.
Yeah, it was great. It was good fun.
Hey, Andy, welcome aboard. I was just going to say, so what I need to work on, actually the coffee ride's probably a perfect place to do it, but though, I got to work on my finishing power and my finishing surge. On that last third of a lap in the criterium, I just didn't have anything left in the tank. Keep up with the guys at the front. Now I did a couple stupid things like burn a match. I could be in the lead one time when I passed my kids watching, and then that was worth it. And then burn another match at some point, pulling the whole pack on the back side of the course. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
You know what, Mitch? Those races are only fun if you make them fun. It just becomes a boring parade if you don't take chances and just put yourself out there.
No, that's a real valid point, because it was fun. I mean, that's the key, right? I'm not gonna likely win the damn thing, so you might as well go out and have some fun.
Yep, you're not signing a pro contract after a local crit.
That's so true. And I got to fly the ODZ flag, which was always fun, right?
As long as you come away smiling and feeling like you got a good ride in.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't hit the pavement, so that's always a good thing too. So Rob, how are the legs?
Okay at the moment, but I'm worried about that last lap.
Your call on the last lap. We'll give you a week.
Was it a week of rest or was it a week of drinking beer?
Nothing wrong with drinking beer, dude.
Rob, I saw Zwift Power had you classed at Group C after last ride, so you must have done pretty awesome.
Yeah, those guys don't know what they're talking about. If you'd have seen me collapsed on the floor when I fell off the bike, you wouldn't have thought I was a sea rider.
I hear you.
That's why he was drinking all that beer he was celebrating over the holiday. Not that Rob doesn't have access to beer whenever he wants it.
Yeah, we fill the RV with beer and take it over there.
Where did he go? He went to Germany?
My friend that I used to go to school with 40 odd years ago, he lives in Holland. He was in the army many years ago. Married a Dutch girl, so he was having his 25th wedding anniversary over there.
Good old Dutch girl. So I'm a good portion of me is really Dutch. We already talked about heritages, Rob. So I'm about a quarter Scottish, a quarter English, a quarter Polish, and a quarter French Dutch. Sort of amalgamation.
Yeah, a bit of everything. That's good. Good cultures.
Good old Euro mutt. First lap seems like it's taking forever, doesn't it?
It does. Are we on the right course or what?
100% American, that's right, Andy. So true. Try not to be the ugly American, though. Sorry for this annoying song. Well, I never really thought about this ride as the hump day ride. We're on the back half of the week now, which is always good. So you wake up, you do this ride, and you're sliding into the weekend. Can't be bad. All right, coming out of the little climb here. Get to the start-finish line. We'll start our second lap. We'll maintain the same pace. And then we'll come back around. On the third and final lap today, I'll give the go signal at the start line. Everyone will be behind me. And those who choose to will race. And typically we have some folks who will step up, pace at certain watts per kilogram as well.
I'll pace at 0.5 if you want.
Sounds great to me. How about I just turn my bot on and I just sit down and have a cup of coffee? Let's get a little ride-on fun going here. Yeah, so Andy Jenner's commentating online. He thinks that Bucher might make a go for it at the start of the third lap. He's not sure, but he thinks that might happen.
I haven't made up my mind.
All right, so you guys who are, I'm a cyclist. I don't know if I'm a hardcore cyclist. I think I'd have to be doing a lot more races to be that. But you guys that fall into my bucket, like I trimmed my legs for the race just so I didn't look too out of place. But I'm not shaving my legs. What about you guys here on Discord or watching? Shave the legs or no?
I think there's a big difference between shaving your legs, not shaving your legs, and giving them a wash and wax and a bit of a trim.
No wax came near my legs, Rob.
I shave them. I don't know why, but I do. It's been a habit since I was 20-some years old.
So religiously, like part of your normal routine.
Yep, every Tuesday and Friday.
Wow. Better man than me.
Yeah, I used to in the early 90s, but gave it up sometime after that. Can't tell you exactly when, and nor exactly why, though I don't race. Really not much of a racer.
Yeah, my wife sort of drew the line. She said, if you shave your legs, you're not sleeping in bed with me. That's enough to convince me that at this point in my marriage, it's not worth it. We're in our second lap here now. Cruising along at a little bit too fast here. I love some of the names I see out here. I got Pack Fodder today. That's a good name. Andy, how you doing today? I'm surprised they didn't build a sprint somewhere on the volcano laps. Consistently, quite a few little tweaks that they could do. Should be pretty simple that would make this always that little bit more fun, I think.
My guess is they have a pretty big update in the offing for the fall to try and drive winter North American subscription.
Yeah, I think you're probably dead on there. At least I hope you are. Not that I don't mind the smaller coffee rides. Remember in the winter they were getting pretty big and they got pretty unwieldy at one point when we went to multiple pens. We hope to do that again this winter. So we're going through the volcano now. Come down the volcano, we'll go back onto the Ocean Boulevard here for a sec. Finish up the second lap, and then we'll turn the racers loose.
I wouldn't be surprised to hear some sort of announcement out of them this week to coincide with Eurobike.
Yeah, you would think so, right? So talking about
Yes.
Eurobike, What does everyone think of the new Vector 3s? See those released?
Pretty slick.
So $200 cheaper than the PowerTap P1s. A little bit sleeker. I didn't check the weight. I think they may be a little lighter. They are a Garmin. I've had issues with Garmin stuff in the past, but their support's always been there when it's failed, so I guess that's something. I supposedly you don't need a torque wrench anymore, which is a godsend for many people, I think. So, Johnny, what's the Neo Smart Bike? What did I miss? I haven't, between trying to work and get my daughter's apartment set yesterday, I missed all the important stuff, all the bike news. So what's a smart bike? I assume that DC Rainmaker has something on it, or? Oh, interesting. So it's almost like a Peloton bike. You don't need the trainer and pedal away, huh? I'll have to check that out today. Johnny, what else have you seen at Eurobike or out of Eurobike? Pretty neat. I will say that I really love the new planned workout functionality on the Wahoo Bolt and Element. I think it's actually really neat. So you can take all your workouts and build them in Training Peaks if you use Training Peaks. And they'll port directly to your cycling computer. I got in the habit of using the lap functionality on the cycling computer. Watch my average laps, since Swift won't tell me my average power during my workout intervals. So like on a longer sweet spot interval, it's nice to be able to see where you're coming on an average power. So I use the Wahoo, hitting the lap button. So with the new planned workout thing, it'll just basically do it for me. Yeah, I think the kick climb is cool. Just not quite sure if how much they want to charge and how cool it must be to pay that fee for the kicker climb.
Yeah, that climb is $5.99 and only compatible with new 2017 kickers.
You think they just package it together? Yeah, Johnny, I agree. If you've gone all in on Garmin with the light and the pedals, I don't know so much the pedals, but if you've already got the computer and the lights, pretty tough to switch at that point. Unless you find somebody who wants to buy it for you. Buy it from me at an attractive price. But I do love my my Bolt. Yeah, those lights are cool. Well, I have a set of lights, but they don't interact with my cycling computer or any way with my bike. I mean, they're just on.
Got a front hub that's a power plant for my light.
You're a little muffled there.
I got a front hub that's a power plant for my light.
Okay.
You use front and back lights, Mitch?
I do. I've got a front light, and I've got a, real. I'm trying to think what brand it is. It's one of the popular brands. But actually, really like the company. I'll have to find the name of it. My backlight bounced off. I don't know if I didn't have it on tight or if the road was just so damn bumpy. And I dropped them an email, and they sent me a new one, which was really above and beyond what I would have expected. But yeah, I mean, I buy into the studies that say if you've got daytime lights on, you're that much more visible and a little bit more chance to live.
Yeah, I've been turning them on the day this year too.
I think the guys in the criterium were a little bit annoyed with them, but I'm just joking. Actually, the guy who won the criterium, it was a Cat 5, so I'd expect that there'd be somebody, riding into that probably was really needed to be in a higher cat. He went beast mode and went off the front at the very beginning and stayed off the front for 40 minutes and won the thing.
Wow. How long was it?
It was 40 minutes, so it was about 15 and a half miles.
Oh, nice. Were you going all out the whole time?
You know what? No, I mean, it had one little climb, and then it had one little uphill portion. And it was windy, so it was really hard to figure out as you're going around the course where you wanted to be. I've got one lap. I wish I remember what I did. My average power on the one lap was a good 40 watts lower than any other lap. And that's, I think, the secret sauce, is being that guy who basically doesn't do anything for 39 minutes.
Yeah, the glass cranks.
All right, guys, we're about ready to go underwater here again. I think we just have one rider a little bit off the front. Hopefully he'll ease before we come into the start-finish. We'll have a clean start. And we'll see where everybody stands today. All right, so about probably 5 or 6 or 7 years too late, I started watching Game of Thrones. Any Game of Thrones fans? Don't tell me anything. I'm only on episode 3.
Oh man, I fell in and out of love with it a few times.
Well, right now we're in the newlywed stage where that's all we want to do is Game of Thrones. So see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that first season is probably the best.
Now, my wife is one of those people who she'll pick up a book, and within a half hour she'll go to the last 5 pages and see how it ends. So she already knows how season 1 goes, because she went and read the whole synopsis because she couldn't help herself. but I don't know anything how it goes.
Yeah, you do it, Toya. I just feel like comparing it to the classics, right? The Tolkien and Lewis.
Yep.
I just felt like those guys give you a little more, leave you with a little more. I don't know. Let us talk when you finish.
Yeah, and I've never been a Lord of the Rings fan, so my daughter's like, my oldest is like, you don't like this fantasy stuff, what the hell are you doing? And so far, you know, it's got me pretty good. But we'll see. All right, looks like we caught the rider off our front. We got Baldy talking about racing. Booked almost 50 riders now. We must have some late starts. Kind of neat that that functionality exists. Not sure if they're with our group or not, but always love seeing more people join in. Go for a little ride with TeamODZ. Coming up to the ship. Been wrecked here on Zwift Island of Watopia for quite a while. Johnny, are you going over to Eurobike, or are you just watching it from comfort of your home? I know there's been some broadcasting that I think that's going on. I think there's going to be a simulcast, or I think Simon and DC Raymaker, they're going to broadcast together, which I think is pretty cool. Coming up the little climb now, about a kilometer or so from the beginning of the Espresso Lap. So again, to go over the rules, all riders start behind me, and then they race. That's the rules. So use power-ups, use whatever bike you want. We recommend that people try to find like-minded folks, draft and work on their group racing skills. By the way, you could sign up for Ian Murray's Skills and Drills, which I think is on Wednesday afternoons, and really work on your group racing skills in a almost like a classroom format on Zwift. But today you can do it for real. A race here on the Espresso Lap.
We got Buffalo Bike empty.
Yeah. You know, I haven't looked back in my inventory to see if I still have it. Should. Johnny, what city is Eurobike in?
Our house.
All right. A few folks holding on to hoping that they could be 2 meters off the front of the group with me when we cross the line. To time it right.
I won't be there. Power just went out at our house.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. All right, Serpino, get behind me, buddy. All right, go guys, race laps on. All right, so we've got two guys that took off right away here. And I'm not going to disqualify Pino because he waited for everybody to catch up. He was close enough. We've got Forresta here. Used to always love riding with him on the ODZ entries. Powering his way up that first climb here. Leading the way, setting the pace. Taking Bucher's lead. That sounds like he fell off with a power issue in his house. He is rocking the TeamODZ jersey with the ride-ons piling out of the back pockets. He's joined by Hey Walter and Pack Fodder and the Shays and your Yant and Vincor is right behind. So this is the format or the way that this race has played out the last few weeks. We have a big group in the lead and they slowly whittle down. That's right, a Bucher-sized hole has been filled. And you can see my beacon in the back there. Good number of 8 riders, I think, up in the lead right now. Coming through the tunnel on the way to the volcano. See if these guys can work together or not. Got A foil sitting in the front, putting down a good pace, making everybody work here. Got 2 riders a little bit back, 5 seconds. Philippe and Augusto trying to catch on with this group here. Working hard. Everyone seems content to sit back on foil. Did I miss a rider off the front and D Holmes, guys? Might have. We'll see here in a second. I think it's just the mapping is off. Go up to A foil and watch him for a second here. He is in the lead. Seems to be pushing that 5 watts pretty simple. Yeah, thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. So 8 riders here at the front. They're building seconds on that second group of Augusto and Philippe. And everyone else is a little further behind. Now, I have not seen that jersey that A foil is wearing. Hey, good point there, Andy. Thank you so much. So Andy pointed out that Foil's down a lap on everybody. He did start with the group, though. So he will not finish, I think, on this lap. But he is putting down a nice effort, which is great. This is why I have Andy Jenner with me. Andy's got attention for detail while I'm riding that I just don't have. And you have Jyrki Pakala, the Terminator from, I believe, Finland, and I'm sorry, Jyrki, I should know that for 100%. Picking off people one by one as he comes on. And OK45 saying, catch me if you can.
So cool.
I wouldn't tempt Jyrki. Does anyone know what's with the faces on the cyclists, on their heads or their bodies when they pass through you sometimes? Did anyone notice that? There's some really eerie faces embedded deep in the avatars. That group seems to have grown here. That's right. Andy Jenner says OK45's probably already ridden 150 kilometers today. I will say I'm not working too hard. I'm now 3 watts per kilogram and I'm feeling pretty good right now. A good tempo workout here. Got 9 riders, I believe, at the front now. Smart money is on the guys who are doing nothing right now. That's right, if you look at A Foil's times, he's still back at 31 minutes. So he joined late. Let's look at Mr. Deshays, a friendly Canadian. Gusto and Philippe have caught the group. Good effort by those guys. They're coming out of the volcano section onto the ocean road for a second, then back towards the start finish. Looks like we've got a little bit of a break here. Shay's chasing pack fodder and lauder. Using this climb to break up this group. Shay's mans his way up this hill. Really strung that group out there. Fortunately, I think they're all going to come together again here. But maybe a few of those efforts, he can break that group up for good. Pack fodder is in the lead. No pack fodder for him. That would be my job. My money, I'm gonna say lauder, based on nothing, but should be Deshays though. And Andy, I just sent my oldest back to college, so I have no money. That group is a little strung out. We've got 4, maybe 5 guys on that lead right now. We've got 4 still: Lauder, Deshays, pack fodder, and Rant. Why Rant? I apologize. Tough one. Now, if this was coming down to a sprint, Andy, my money's on Forrester. Which it may very well. About 8 more minutes for these guys. Talk about Forrester. And I couldn't remember if he was an A or a B. Crossing the bridge. Like Rob's getting a little coaching from Yerky back there. Still got basically 7 riders at the front. 2 just straggling a little bit off. But Fodder, Lauder, the Shays still leading this pack here. Funny Booker. Thank you for joining us, man. They head through the marina in one nice pack here. 7 riders. The Shays still holding strong. Oil, who will not count in the results for this lap. Doing a yeoman's job regardless. You're right. That's why I like to do workouts with Yerky, Andy. You have no choice but to finish the interval. He will destroy you. That's Yerky's motto. Alright, they're gonna go through the dirt here, then they'll go underwater. It looks like we'll get a nice sprint finish here. That's right, Andy. Got Fodder in the lead with the Shays and Augusto. Forrest is still hanging on top. And my rider, Lauder. Where's that loader? Going through the Jarvis tree. All right, second longer tunnel here starting. All right, Andy, we'll see if you're right. Andy Jenner thinks that the Shays will attack and take a couple people with them. We'll have a 3-man sprint for the finish. Like he's taking a little breather here, Andy. Moves his way back to the front. You're thinking on the climb out of the tunnel, right? Never noticed the fishing nets before. This view does nothing for me here. There we go. All right, here we come to the tunnel. Pack Fodder makes a move. Watts are going up here. Lauder makes a move. Really pushing hard coming out of this tunnel. Really trying to make something happen here. 4 riders, give them what they've got. 5 riders. G Lauder opens up a second lead on everybody. Pack Fodder and Shays join him. So right now, Andy's correct, but we got a fourth rider. Durant is at the front as well. Fodder's still pushing hard. Opens up another second. Shays looks like he's letting Durant pull him back to that front. 5 riders here in the front, a 6 close behind. Shay's in the lead right now. Probably not where he wants to be. Be content to let someone else feed me into that sprint. They hit the turn. 5 riders at the front. Shay's leading the way. Lauder, Forresta, Durant, and Fodder all here at the front. This is probably exactly where Forresta wants to be. They all come out of the saddle here as they come to the line. 4 off the line. The Shays, Forrester tries. He's getting gapped. He's coming back. Forrester to Shays, Fodder. Go Forrester. Forrester breaks away from the group, sprinting hard. Takes the win. Wow. Nice race by Forrester. I think we had Fodder second to Shays third. Great job, guys. All right, no time to rest now. I've got OK 45 and Yerke 30 seconds back on me. Great race by those guys at the front. Really nice sprint from the turn almost. Great job by those guys. All right, I gotta work here towards the finish. I don't want to get caught.
And my chain came off.
Not one of those good days, huh?
First time this happened on Zwift. Well, take care. Thanks for leading, Mitch.
Hey, you have a good day. See you next week. All right, we're gonna roll into the finish here. All right, great job, guys. Real pleasure having everybody join us today. Special thanks to our live viewers. Hey, I just jumped on. See the finish here. Annie Jenner, Johnny Noblet. And let's see, Jane Lotta, thank you so much for your comments today. Really appreciate it. Makes the ride that much better when we got folks commentating alongside me. So I always count on Andy, but it was great having other folks with us today. Saw Buka Cool jump in when he lost power. All in all, a great group today. Fun online. And we saw a great sprint between Forrester Fodder, Shays, and Fodder and Durant. And Forrester nipped them easily at the line. So great job, guys. Yeah, Andy, I was thinking that when I look at OK45's race history outdoors. I'm not sure what this argument's about, but he's very successful in his country, so a lot of podiums there. Alright, so we'll cool down here. I'm not doing a VO2 max workout. I'm gonna actually go and get another hour of sleep hopefully before I go into the office. I got a busy day of calls. A little sleep or at least rest would be good. So thank everybody for coming out today. Really appreciated it, and we'll see you again next Wednesday. A reminder, ODZ has a lot of rides through the week. Please go to TeamODZ.com, check out those rides. We also have the Endurance Lab. We're doing group workouts online as well, and curated training plans as well. So thank you guys. We'll talk soon.